What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Paranormal Discussion. Tonight we will be discussing ghosts, which is likely the most popular paranormal topic. There are movies, shows, even documentaries about ghosts, and regardless of how you feel about the subject, we have all had that moment where we felt we were being watched, saw that thing in the corner of our eye, or felt we were not alone, even when no one else was around. I have had experiences that I could not explain. Actually, the very first video I did on this channel was an experience that I had with a ghost. I will leave a link down below. You guys feel free to check out the video. Sorry about the poor quality, it was my first video ever. Usually a ghost is linked to a person who had a very tragic death, whether it was murder, suicide, or accidental. And it's often because the person had unfinished business. And sometimes the backstory is as frightening as the spirit itself. Ghosts can be linked to just about anything. Things as large as a forest, house, or asylum, but also things as small as a watch or a hairpin. We have always been curious about the afterlife. We have even created games like Ouija boards as a way to connect with spirits, but why? We have heard so many tales of the evil things that can be released when we open those doors, but our curiosity always gets the better of us. Those of us who love this sort of thing would risk it just to have that experience. Some people skydive, but us paranormal junkies, we try to lift that veil to see what's on the other side, and that's how we get our kicks. Like I said earlier, I had these experiences when I was younger, and it only made me more interested. I guess I could have went the other way and I could have been scared shitless of ghosts. But I think that a ghost has a story to tell and it's trying to tell us the story the only way that it can. Sure, some ghosts may have evil intentions, but I look at it like this. If I was worried about something trying to cause me harm, I'd never interact with other humans. I've always heard the saying about not fearing the dead because it can't hurt you, but fear the living. And to me, that's very true. Every culture has tales of ghosts. They go back as far as we do, and ghosts come in almost every form, from children to men, women, presidents, soldiers, animals, and so on. Some ghosts are good and others are pure evil. I guess it just goes back to who they were as humans or what happened to them that made them evil. One of the most popular ghosts is Bloody Mary. The history of this urban legend can be told very differently depending on who tells the story. Bloody Mary can be linked to several people from the past. One of the more popular is Queen Mary, who got the name Bloody Mary when she ordered executions of Protestants and burnt countless people at the stake. There is also Mary Worth, who was a witch in Illinois, who would catch runaway slaves and keep them chained up, later using them in her black magic rituals, till she was later caught and burned at the stake. And there are several other theories on this as well, and other cultures have versions of Bloody Mary. We have all went into the bathroom with the candle and chanted Bloody Mary into the mirror. One of my personal favorite ghost stories is the Bell Witch. In 1817, John Bell encountered a strange-looking animal. The animal was said to have the body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. He shot the animal several times, but the creature vanished. That evening, the family started hearing beating outside their cabin. John's children also started being awoken to the sound of rats gnawing at their bedposts and having their bed covers pulled off of them and pillows thrown to the floor. The family also started hearing voices that sounded like an old woman singing hymns. One daughter even had her hair pulled and face slapped. One of the more popular theories was that this was a neighbor, Kate Batts, and some say that she resides in a nearby cave to this day. And who knows, maybe the cave is the door to the other world. Another ghost story that I love is the Flying Dutchman, a ghost ship that can never port and is doomed to sail the seas for eternity. And there are countless other stories. If you simply Google ghost stories, you'll have hours upon hours of stories. Those are some of the more common stories out there, and you can find those just about anywhere. But there are stories that are known in small towns and cities that very few people hear about, and those are very scary as well. And around here is no different. I will share some of the stories now. The first takes place in Pikeville, Kentucky. Late at night, you can see the ghost of a railroad worker carrying a lantern. He was trying to warn a child to stay off the tracks when he was crushed by the train. The second takes place in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. On February 28, 1958, 48 kids were on a bus headed for school when it hit a wrecker and fell into the waters of the Big Sandy River, where it was swept downstream and submerged. 22 people escaped, but 26 kids and the driver drowned, and it is the third deadliest bus crash in U.S. history. A small shack stands there now, and it's said at night you can hear the screams. I will share the link to the accident in the description below, guys. The third takes place in Hyman, Kentucky. A husband found his wife cheating with the man at a hotel. The husband killed the man. The ghost of the man now haunts the hotel. Lights will turn on and off, and you can hear footsteps, but no one is there. The next one is in Whitesburg, Kentucky. The holler was once called Graveyard Holler because it had 3 graveyards. Some graves date back to the Civil War. It is said you can hear gunshots and no one is around, and you will see the ghost of a Civil War soldier running. The next one is from Topmost, Kentucky. There is an old mine almost at the head of a holler. You can hear screams as you pass by the site. And if you travel a few hours away, you will find Waverly Hills. Some consider this the most haunted place in the United States. I did a video on this also, and I plan on doing a video solely on Waverly Hills, and I hope to make a video from Waverly Hills. Honestly, if I listed every ghost story I was ever told about that took place around my area, I'd be here for some time. Being in a rural part of the country, which had very few hospitals and a lot of tragedy, it's no wonder these hills are filled with ghosts. Maybe that's why I love the topic so much. Maybe it was because I've had experiences from a young age, and it is something that a lot of my family members have experienced as well. Me and my wife have even had strange things happen to us where we currently live, and the people who rented before us said they had heard and seen things also. It hasn't been anything major, just shadows and footsteps, but our dogs seem to get uneasy at times and stare off into nothing. Maybe ghosts follow me, I don't know. What I do know is that since a young age, I've had things happen that I couldn't explain. I'll always love a good ghost story. I'll even listen to a bad one. I just hope to have that one good scare. That is what has drawn me to Ghost and the Boogeyman, and anything horror really. I love those things that go bump in the night, which is one of the reasons I enjoy doing these videos. It may not always be my story, but I can live it through the stories I tell. I've always wondered if once your spirit is trapped on Earth, if you're doomed to roam the lands, never being able to cross over to the other world, or once you have finished your business, can you then pass over? Or can any spirit travel to and from? Is there certain places that allow you to pass over? Could we pass over to their world? Have you ever had an encounter with a ghost? And also, what are some of your favorite ghost stories? I definitely want to hear them, guys. And if you have a paranormal topic you would like me to make a video on, let me know in the comments below, or you can email me. I will leave my email in the description. I also have a second channel, so if you guys are into comics, video games, and things like that, check out the link in the description below, guys. And let me know if you like these types of videos, guys. I love doing the scary stories, but I like these also. And would you guys like for me to make videos at different places that are said to be haunted? Because I'm thinking about doing that also. And due to finances, it will have to be local for now. But hopefully this channel will do well and I will be able to expand and do those sorts of things. I really appreciate you guys, and the subscribers that I have gained, I thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Slap that like button. I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I hope you guys enjoy them also. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one, guys.